This is Brian our Lightman to discuss the new experimentation I'm doing with CO2 fog. This fog will be used for the Uncle Fester jetpack in Addams Family musical. The jetpack is somewhat complicated, so we'll focus on this area. The fog generator comprises a water reservoir full of hot water that flows through these tubes and valve into the reaction chamber where the dry ice is sitting. And here are those fog generating components. This is the reaction chamber where you slide the dry ice in and then screw the top on. The hot water reservoir comprises this bottle that's filled to this level. The tube coming out is then clamped with this temporary clamp that will be replaced by a valve in the final system. A metered stream of hot water flows down through the tube into the reaction chamber and onto the dry ice pellets. The reservoir comprises this plastic bottle with a drilled out hole. A silicone tube is inserted, and then a pinhole is inserted on the top. The plastic reaction chamber has a lid that's been drilled out. The experiment conditions are listed here. I measured out 1 pound of dry ice broken into 1-inch chunks, as shown here. So with everything set up and ready to go, we'll start the experiment. When the clamp is released, the water stream will begin to flow. It's restricted by that small pinhole at the top cap of the green bottle. The reaction starts almost immediately, and plenty of fog is being generated. I decided to move it around a bit to see how well the fog would flow. It looks plentiful and very robust. I'm now checking to see if the water stream has stopped. The reaction continues as the water still is boiling the dry ice. We're at 57 seconds and we're still generating fog. At this point, the fog is inadequate for the jetpack. What I discovered is that as the water cools, the reaction slows down.
1 minute, 20 seconds.
If we can heat that water back up, the reaction will kick off again. So I'll head back to the sink, warm up the water, refill the bottle, and insert it into the reaction chamber.
More hot water. 1 minute, 49 seconds.
Albeit it's a tad slow, the reaction is starting up again. The bottom of the reaction chamber is so cold it froze to the paper towel.
Two minutes, 23 seconds.
At this point, the water stream was done, but reaction continues.
So adding more hot water continues the reaction with 1,000 grams of dry ice. 2 minutes, 40 seconds.
At this point, the fog is again fading.
2 minutes, 52 seconds.
So that added another minute to the runtime.
3 minutes.
I'm calling it. The experiment is done. There's still some chunks of dry ice left, which tells me that we could make the reaction go further if I had more hot water. So in conclusion, the effective fog lasted about a minute, plus another minute with the additional hot water. It is critical to keep that water as warm as possible in the reaction chamber. The reaction chamber can be tilted nearly horizontal without leaking. I'm considering going with 1,000 milliliters of hot water to extend the runtime. I'll also be experimenting with reducing the stream and see if that can increase the runtime. Still more testing to do. End of demo.